What's your game plan versus Titan? We beat Titan. Karn's really good against them. You got Karn, Thoughtseize. We are currently, I think, 1-0 against them. Dude, this hand's cracked. On the play too. What's your red mono black? I guess you just tuned in. It's I think 3-2, 3-2, 4-1, 3-2, 1-1 drop, 4-1. Which is, you know, pretty good, I think. Nothing crazy, but like pretty solid overall. Alright, so this Damnation's looking like it'll probably be pretty good. No, I'm not playing the Black March. I think you just have... I think, like, if you were going to play that as an extra removal spell, you have too many removal spells. It's... Like, I'm not, like, viewing the card as being unplayable. I just think it makes your deck too removal spell dense, which it can be a big problem for this archetype. Alright, a lot of drums. Okay, so we've got two options here. We can play the Coffers this turn, or we can leave Revolt up for Fatal Push. But I don't think like I'm really gonna... Like, if they play Urza, I just have the Damnation for next turn. So I think I'll be just okay. Nettle Cyst. Okay, I'll probably Fatal Push to gain like 7 life here. That's fine then. I like what Marsh Tutor against Burn. I don't know. I don't hate the suggestion. You can put a March in the deck. I don't think I'm going to at the time of making this comment. Just gonna grab Karn against the old Affinity deck, I think. It looks like I grabbed Damnation too. Shoot, I forgot to add Mastermind's Acquisition to the deck again. Ooh, Thoughtcast. I think Bloodchief's Thirst is better than March. I think that may just be like a card evaluation difference if you disagree though. Like I think if you disagree and you think that March is better, I don't think that you're 100% gonna be wrong. And so I would just like think if I think that's one of those, if you disagree with me, I encourage you to try it out. And maybe, ideally, report back. I mean, it just doesn't matter what we get here. I guess I'll grab a Wurmcoil. Kill their Saga. Yeah, we can get a Citadel next turn, maybe. Can do both. All right, they're drawing their thoughts, their Thoughtcast Thought Monitor. Thankfully, they can't equip. I mean, I came here to have a good time. I know that this means they can very likely kill my Karn. I understand. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Yeah. Okay. It was worth it. It was worth it, yeah. Why is it called 8 Casts, not 8 Thoughts? Yeah, I have a friend who plays a lot of Mono Blue Affinity, and she calls it 8 Thought. They didn't equip. Okay. It's fine. It was actually all fine the whole time. Yeah, Profane Tutor Citadels feels so good every time. Man, I would always watch like LSV's vintage videos, watching how sick it is to play with Bolas's Citadel. So jealous that I finally get to play it. I think I'm just running it back here. Use the restroom real quick.
What's up? It's B, your friend Aspiring Spike.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike. What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike. How's the hand? How's the hand? Probably good enough to keep. It's obviously like, you know, Damnation's one of our most important cards to the matchup. We have Thoughtseize for early disruption. One land away from, you know, we have tutors to find the Urborg. I think I like this enough to keep. Nordic to 12 months, appreciate you. Yeah, 24 land deck on the draw. Could Thirst Midnight. I think I'm just gonna Thoughtseize though. Metallic Rebuke, Urza, Nettle Cyst. Light on mana though. I think I'll take the Rebuke. Especially because like the Urza might just play right into the Damnation. And we drew the land. Amazing. I think we just suspend Profane Tutor here. Alright, they pack it in. Awesome. Show us nothing, draw nothing but big mana stuff. This deck is very good against control decks, I think, which is good because as far as I understand it, all of your local metas is 99% Tron, or sorry, 99% control. It's 99% control, and then just you. Truck not good enough. It's not that it's not good enough, is that we wanted to add the Wurmcoil for the mill matchup, which seemed like pretty scary, even though we did win the mill matchup. But Wurmcoil is also like probably better against control than Turok anyways. Maybe not if they're spreading seizing you a bunch, but like this is actually like pretty. This is actually like I think castable against both 4-color and blue-white control, and you just go over the top in that matchup. Do you think Citadel is a must include in the sideboard? I don't, but it has been really good. Like I would be really hesitant to cut it. I feel like it has been good. Like a lot of matchups just don't press your life total, and like you want to get a good powerful card advantage card with Karn in those matchups, and I would be hesitant to cut it. Ragavan Teamer Battle Rage, huh? Probably playing Jund's Shadow. Oh, I meant to play Jund's Shadow this week. It is good though that I'm I feel like I've got a lot to do, and I'm like falling a little behind on my to-do list, which is always really where I want to be, rather than just like getting done with my like to-do list of decks to do and I just have nothing left, and then I make a new bet for a new trophy race or something because I'm bored. Yeah, Jund's Shadow looks pretty cool. Have you considered Defy over pushes fetches? I just can't justify playing Defy over pushes and fetches in a format where Hammer Time is one of the best decks. It just doesn't seem like a very good decision to me to play Defiles over pushes when, again, yeah, when Hammer Time is one of the best decks. It's like I understand like getting to play all swamps is really nice, but it's also like not every deck is like you still have Castle Locthwains and Cabal Coffers. You don't even get to play all swamps anyways. I guess I'm just pushing the Goyf this turn. There's like a small chance that they TBR, especially because there's no instant in the yard, so I'll wait. White guy, see you with the 6 months. Appreciate you. Have I considered revisiting Mardu vehicles? I have, yeah. I think Odd Taxi would be a really clever inclusion. I love that show. So I should wait till blockers, whatever. It's just obviously I have the push now. Hammer is still Hammer, just a little less conclusion. Yeah, exactly. Like just push it. Push is like such a premier premium card against them, and the file's just kind of bad. Past the first trimester? Hell yeah. Thank you for the resub, Steve. So I'm trying to think if I get Nihil Spellbomb here or Ensnaring Bridge. Spellbomb's like I maybe I could just blast and not have this die to bolt, but it would die to heat. There it is currently Lightning Bolt, TBR, mystery card. I think I'll get a Spellbomb. I don't think I need to hide behind the bridge yet. No way to get back Griselbrand Archon? No. No Whip of Erebos. I sadly left the whip at home today. Oh, we have Takenuma. Sorry, we do have Takenuma. We got plenty of ways to get it back, actually. It's easy to get back. I could main phase Castle for a discard spell, or wait because of a discard spell. I think I would wait. Castle Locthwain is just so free. Imagine if Mono Green Tron got to play Castle Locthwain, but you know they could and they could activate it. Can I cast it this turn? I think I can. Pretty good. Yeah, people keep saying Karn for Whip of Erebos. I just don't know, man. I just don't know. Maybe I'll bring in the Wurmcoil. I don't really want to have two Thoughtseize. Okay with that. Yeah, turn 7 Archon, our ramp plan is coming together perfectly. Right on time. Mono Black Eldrazi. Yeah, I mean, I think like playing Temple, Matter Reshaper, Thought Not Seer, Smasher probably just makes this deck worse. But you could build the deck that way. Is Dauthi good for Goyf and Kroxa? Nah, just like really fragile, really slow. Find room for Vampire Nighthawk, haha. Isn't there a strictly better Vampire Nighthawk now? Or does that card not have lifelink? That card might not have lifelink. It's mana value 3. No, yeah, Nighthawk Scavenger. Or no. They all look exactly. Every single one of these cards looks exactly the same. Here it is. Okay, so it's not strictly better because but it's a Tarmogoyf. It's almost always gonna be at least a Vampire Nighthawk, but usually gonna be a bit bigger. Okay. Yeah, not strictly better. I thought it was a 2+. Yeah, but Nighthawk Scavenger is not as iconic as Vampire Nighthawk, I'll tell you that. It does not have the history, it does not have the clout, it does not have the prestige that Vampire Nighthawk has. I'll tell you that right now. Nightveil Spectre. There's a mono white, a mono black Spectre, right? That's 4 mana. It's like a 2/2. It hits, and you get to I don't know. You get to like exile cards in their hand, right? But whatever that card is, it's 3 mana. I thought it was 4 mana. But like that card, it feels like not a Magic card to me. No, not Hypnotic Spectre. It's like 4 mana. I think it's from M12 or M13. So this is a bit of a tangent, but like this card always feels like just not a real Magic card to me. Because it was in the deck that I learned to play Magic in, so I just like look at it from such a weird lens. Yeah, here it is. It's this one. Shimmy Spectre. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player reveals their hand, choose an online card from it, then you slaughter games it. Yeah, this card always feels like it's just from a different game to me. I just like, for whatever reason, this one specific Magic card, I don't like feel like it's from Magic. But Phyrexian Arena, that would be good card advantage. I think Phyrexian Arena is not playable in Modern. They know about this Fatal Push, right? Yeah, they do. I guess they're on a low mulligan. It's just too slow. And you have like tons of card advantage in this deck already. Like that's not what you're missing is like Phyrexian Arena. I think I'll discard a Thirst. I'm about to get it. I can get a Cabal Coffers and maybe hardcast the Archon soon. I'm casting Invoke Despair next turn. No, what you mean? I feel like yeah. I think when you start to learn any game, like your brain just like looks at the cards you learned with differently from after you like look at them through a more clear lens. Yeah, Nephrox I think is another card that just like feels like it's from a different game because of that. Veil Summer is a legal opponent. I actually got banned, so if you're playing it, I'm banning you. No! Well, I know I could have played around it. I think it was fine not to. Despair got invoked, but unfortunately I was on the wrong side of Despair today. Brutal. I feel like instead of flavor text, it should say, and just in parentheses, this card cannot be Veil of Summered. Please, come on, man. This card is so sweet. It's like a goofy standard card. You shouldn't be able to Veil of Summer it. Wizards Y, Wizards please. At least don't draw the card. No, what are you doing? Put the card back on your deck. Don't draw the card. I think that should be the rest of the text. I'd like to design cards for Wizards if I can. WotC please, WotC Y. And this is all just text on the card. This is not me saying it. Just my proposed errata. 3 mana for Ashiok. Okay, it's fine. That's not fine. This is the first time we've had this happen. Oh, now they can cast the Scourge if we take the... I don't think it's still like Shadow. I would just rather than play the Scourge because it's a bit easier to push. So it is currently Scourge, Crocus in the Yard, Mystery card. They sniped another Cabal Coffers. Yeah, I'm going to SEG Dallas. Yes, it's my birthday weekend. I'm also local to the tournament, so I'm super excited. Okay, I think we're discarding. How much mana do I have again? I've got 5. So worst case scenario, I can. I'm trying to think if I keep the Urborg or not. I guess I don't keep the Urborg. I just discard that. Yeah, they should probably target themselves with the mill. Alright, just draw Cabal Coffers for easy mode. No such luck. That is a pretty good draw, though. You could have cast the Archon if I kept Urborg. I could not. That's not true. Because you legend rolled the Urborgs before you could tap the Cabal Coffers for mana. Oh, I see. You thought this was another Coffers. Yeah. Oh, so now they build themselves. Found the lime. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Easy mistake to make. I'm feeling very forgiving today. Alright, push the Crooks, I guess. 2 cards in their hands. 8 interest in push the Titan so you can plus the Lily. I think I would rather just like make them sink the mana into it. It's like, it's probably a conversation though. Well, obviously, I mean, this is a good draw. I know that it's not necessarily ideal because I would have loved to keep the Archon in the hand now. Oh, I guess I should have left the castle untapped. I only have 4 mana left too, which is less than ideal because most of my good spells here are 6 mana. But I'm probably just gonna Nihil Spellbomb them. How many points do I had at SCG Fort Worth? I guess if you have the 1,000,000 channel points, I would do that. I might wear a hat anyways. I don't know. I feel a bit goofy wearing like a flashy hat though. I feel like I'm like peacocking, trying to get attention. It's kind of like it's a little goofy, huh? They build another Croxa. Ooh, great Thoughtseize too. They play the Scourge. I can't get my Spellbomb back though because they exiled it. Yeah, map stops Ashiok. Could Bolas a Citadel? Probably unnecessary. I think I'll just get the Spellbomb back. I can't crack the map because of Ashiok. It's okay. Can use the map to attack the Ashiok next turn, possibly. Yikes. Oh, great draw. The Takenuma has been so much better than I expected it to be. It's been so incredible. And like just the fact that you can map for it too has just been a great. Oh, do I get Wurmcoil or Liliana? I guess I get the Wurmcoil, huh? It's gotta be Wurmcoil. Not even really a conversation. Can't get Archon. Archon was exiled to the Ashiok a while ago. Map attacking Ashiok feels like justice. I agree. Yeah, Tekken. I haven't been that impressed with Takenuma in like red black. It's fine. It's definitely fine. But like we played against Mill and we realized that like since we can actually cast Urborg in the deck, we should probably have it. Okay, this hand's a little slow against Burn, huh? Just a teensy tiny bit slow. The draw two. Yikers. How do you burn with 15 sideboard cards? Good question. Cabal Coffers on off the Goblin Guide, and we hit a Fatal Push. That is great. Gives us a chance. Not a great chance. Archon of Cruelty, alright, got a life gain. Burn seems like the weakest matchup, maybe. I do feel like every time we've played the Burn matchup, this is now like our second or third time, it does definitely feel like we're like a little flooded and we're like on the draw and we don't have our like one of our 6 removal spells in our opening hand. That's happened a lot, but yeah, you could be right. We also lost the Turok, which was a sideboard card I did like in this matchup. Okay, I'm not dead. Maybe they've got just Searing Blazes in their hand. Just discard the Thoughtseize, obviously. Here I think I go Expedition Map for Urborg and then suspend Profane Tutor. They discarded Sunbaked Canyon? So their last card must be Searing Blaze or another Canyon. Why would they discard Canyon? Why would they not play Canyon for turn? Okay, they do have a burn spell. But if they brick this turn, can we cast an Archon next turn? I think we're a little short. Yeah, we're 1 mana short, so we need them to brick for 2 turns, which is kind of asking a lot, I guess. Try to find a Fatal Push to reduce their outs. Failed. Can cast the Archon next turn, so if they brick, bricks include Eidolon, Searing Blaze, and any land. So they're a little favorite to win here. Let's go! Let's go. Okay, hold on. So we now die to Boros Charm if our whole turn is just Archon of Cruelty. So I could get... I could just get the Cling to Dust, though. Awesome. I think I have enough mana for it. Yeah, exactly enough. Wow, the bird matchup was great all along. Eidolon was lethal? How was Eidolon lethal? I just cast the Archon. Oh, the Profane Tutor. Or the Profane Tutor, I see. Right. Yes, you're right. R went through the 19 months. Appreciate you. Love this deck. Yeah, I love this deck for sure. Yeah, I forgot you have to, that came up earlier that we had to cast it. Alright, they bolt themselves and pack it in. Let's go. Yeah, so they actually had to draw a land or Searing Blaze then. Not ideal. So I want to cut the Thoughtseizes, and I think one Damnation. Voidwalker's not great, but if they ever draw Helix, like they have to kill the Voidwalker, which you're pretty happy with. Yeah, against Searing Blaze, you just plus Liliana first. Another hand with no 1-mana removal spell on the draw. Does have a Painless hand with a 2/3 at 4. Yeah, they would have won probably if they had it messed up too. I think I'll try this. Is Brutality bad? Brutality's only good against Burn. Burn is not super popular. Yes, no 1-mana creature. Burn is not super popular at the moment, at the time of making this comment. And it's also true, like, with this deck particularly, playing the Karn sideboard, your sideboard's really taxed, so it's hard to, like, dedicate a specific card for the Burn matchup. Probably have Eidolon, right? Yeah. Likely to do me a good chunk of damage, I guess. I will play the Voidwalker here. It's maybe better to suspend Profane Tutor. Would Searing Blaze not have killed you if they played a response Archon trigger? You plus Liliana before you cast the Archon to play around Searing Blaze. Okay, yeah, this is exactly what I talked about. If they just draw Helix, they have to kill the Voidwalker, which is not always going to happen, but you bring it in. Okay, I guess this turn we go Thirst plus Suspend. Yeah, then we can try to find the Cling in time. And this ended up working out pretty well that they did happen to have the Helix, but... Wait, are they going to play Sanctifier? That would be so good for me if they played Sanctifier here. Yes! Okay, and no other creature. Why do they have to Helix? Because if they cast the Helix... then I get to cast the Helix off the Voidwalker, which is so bad for them. So they have to kill it instead of letting me cast the Helix. Interesting that they're playing this card. I guess it's kind of good. Kind of like it. So I can get Cabal Coffers off the Profane Tutor if I want. I could also just grab Turok. Turok seems pretty good here. They have another Sanctifier. How much mana do I have with Urborg? Or Cabal Coffers? I have 5, 7 mana. Yeah, we have so many sack outlets. I agree the Sanctifier is something good. I'm not sure what I'm getting though. I kind of just want to get Cabal Coffers. I think that makes sense. Grab the Wurmcoil. I can't cast the Wurmcoil. I can Karn for Wurmcoil this turn, or I can potentially just get a Ballista as a blocker for this turn. Which I think is fine. The difference between being at 11 and being at 9 is definitely pretty big. Spatoothe with 20 months. We haven't cast Emrakul yet. This is our first league with the Emrakul. So where are they sending these? Both at me. Fair enough. I'll block and ping. The old Mog fanatic. And just Boros charms me. So now I can Wurmcoil. I'm taking down to 5, but so they're gonna have to like chain Skullcracks together, I guess. I guess I have to Coffers first. I could also get Blast Zone. I could get Blast Zone, kill the Swift Spear, then Edict. It's just better to do this though. Just put the Wurmcoil into play, make him draw Skullcrack or Path. Alright, 3-0 this league. Pretty exciting. 3-0-6-0. Alright, one there. We'll do a prediction after the next round. No jinxing it. So usually with this hand I've been leading on Thoughtseize. I think I'm going to continue that trend here. Is Profane Tutor unplayable? Well, obviously I'm playing it, so if I thought it was unplayable, I wouldn't be. I think the card fits really well with the Cabal Coffers Urborg plan, coming off suspend on turn 4, which is exactly when the tutoring happens. Profane Tutor is also just like starting your turn with a 0-mana tutor is really powerful when you get to, which you don't always get to. Turn Timber, Amiri's Call, Sphere of the Suns. I'll take the Sphere, I think, since it's their only black mana. They've got 2 payoffs. We do have 4 Voidwalker in the sideboard, which is nice. Okay, didn't draw a ramp spell, which is good for me too. We do get to start pressuring their hand with Liliana. Hopefully they run out of gas. Can maybe play second Liliana, get 2 discards next turn. They discard their Undercity Informer. 4 cards in their hand. They pass. Okay, we should be good here then, because we can Karn for Nihil Spellbomb next turn. Could also just get Coating, actually. Just lucky game, I guess. They don't draw anything. Could be a fast league, I think. Okay, we'll bring in the 4 copies of Voidwalker, cutting the 4 copies. I guess 2 Thirst is push is like a little bit better than Thirst. I could maybe bring in the Turok. Turok's probably okay. I think bringing in the Needle is fine too. You can needle either Undercity Informer or Belcher. And like Karn like passively needles Belcher, so you don't really need. You're probably not tutoring it that often. Emrakul looks amazing now. Everybody just wants me to bring in the stupid Emrakul. I could bring in the Torpor Orb as well. I think that I'm kind of down to bring in the Orb. That's something that stops Balustrade Spy. I think Damnation's okay. Sometimes they do just cast their creatures. It's not very good. Do we leave the Spellbomb as a Karn target? Just submit this. Oops wins by milling their entire graveyard, hitting you with 4 Creeping Chills and 4 Vengevines, and then if that doesn't work, they Thoughtseize Oracle you with Memory's Journey the next turn. Sounds good. I'm gonna keep this. Isn't Profane Tutor way slower than their kill? Dude, can we have interaction for them, right? But can you suggest like what card you want me to play over Profane Tutor? Because we have got a lot of bad cards in this matchup. It's not like I have like 4 Leyline of the Voids. I'm like, I'll just like play the Profane Tutors over the Leyline of the Voids. Yeah, and the idea is like you're Thoughtseizing them, you're interacting with them, and you're slowing them down. In theory, at least, right? Yeah, so I mean, if they're just on Balustrade Spy here, we lose. Why not Thoughtseize into Needle correctly? They have a Leyline of Sanctity in play, so I can't cast the Thoughtseize. 3 Creeping Chills. Narcomoeba still for the Vengevine. I don't actually see their Sword of the Meeks. There's 1, 2, there, 3, okay. So they sack the Sword of the Meeks to Salvage Titan, and then cast. That's 2 spells for Vengevine, and they kill me. 2 on the play for game 3. I might need to mulligan for Voidwalker since my opponent has Leyline. Any consideration for something like Feed the Swarm as versatile removal? I mean, it's versatile but underpowered, and you also have Invoke Despair as a way to answer some enchantments, not specifically Leyline though, because it stops Invoke from being cast. I think I have to mulligan. Just need to find a Voidwalker. Yeah, my opponent's deck is called Oops All Spells. Is there a chance you should name Titan with the needle? Maybe, yeah. Maybe naming Titan's a bit better. I could believe that. Okay, do we keep this on 5? My opponent's mulled to 5. So, like, keeping this on the strength of... I could put back Thoughtseize, Griselbrand. Let's just find a Voidwalker. I've got 4. I mean, any 2-card hand with a Voidwalker is just so much better. I don't know, man. Frustrating. Leyline of the Void a bit better than Voidwalker here, huh? Voidwalker's way better than Leyline overall, though, because you need a versatile sideboard card. No way. Chat, we might get there on the mull to 1. We might get there on the mull to 1. Okay, they don't play a mana rock. No way. The mull to 1, and it's not even Leyline of the Void. Please just be cold to it. It's, I don't know, like we might just die to dopey creature beatdowns. We might die to Belcher. No! Voidwalker, 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 Voidwalker. Unfair. Jack-o'-lantern? Cycle Jack-o'-lantern? Oh man. We're not dead. Hopium, hopium, hopium. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Karn's so good. They only have 1 card in their hand. Their deck is full of so many bad top decks. Uh-oh. Oh man, we're dead. Should have mulled to 0. I think we found the line, though. I think we found the line. We fought hard. No! Oh no! That was a painful look. That was a really painful look. You did 1 more mana for Karn getting Nihil, yeah. Well, Karn at least shut off the artifact mana for a turn, like, but I guess that wasn't that relevant, huh? I think maybe 2 land, 2 Thoughtseize was a keep. I don't know. It's just that hand never wins the matchup. And like they mulled to 5. I think they were super likely to have Leyline. I feel good about the mulligan, to be honest. Naming Titan with Needle completely destroys the combo. They just kill you with Thassa's Oracle the next turn is the problem. But if you can Needle Torpor Orb, that should... Needle plus Torpor Orb does win most of the time, yeah. Alright, take the Charm here. Spoke with the 10 months, appreciate you. Oh, that's true, yeah, Leyline stopped Spellbomb. Good point. Good point. I guess there was no hope after all. They drew a Dragon Ridge's Channeler, which is fine. Good target for my Unholy Heat. Or sorry, my Bloodchief's Thirst. They Vengevine off of Salvage Titan. Salvage Titan is it's a little convoluted, but it's a creature they can cast from the graveyard. Karn for Bridge? I mean, yeah, that's, I guess, well, then we lose to the Oracle because we boarded it in the Orb. Their hand is Heats, Explosives, Mystery Card. I think that I am not going to play the map into the Explosives. Never mind. If that's their whole turn, engineered explosives away by Expedition map, I'm probably pretty happy, despite the fact that engineered explosives is like a pretty dead card in the matchup. Does Oops run combo and Belcher both? Yeah, they usually play they usually play both. It's really nice that Belcher gets around Graveyard Hate. Okay, they're not going to go for the line, just too low value. I'm just going to probably tutor Cabal Coffers. I guess I could also, if my opponent gets Delirium, maybe I'll just cling to dust this turn. We'll see. Playing the map into dead explosives. Is that what you would call a tempo play? Yeah. I think that's exactly what you'd call a tempo play. Okay, so they give us perfect info that their hand is still heat and explosives. I'll just go ahead and grab Swamp, grab Cabal Coffers. Opponent, can I short this? I'm going to be shortcut this. I'm shuffling. Going to be shuffling some more. And then we can Invoke Despair, draw 2, kill the Channeler, and just be actually super ahead here. Don't need to Thoughtseize now, but I can Thoughtseize as soon as heat or explosives becomes a problem. Expedition map is to assemble Cabal Coffers plus Urborg. Can also grab you Castle Locthwain or Takenuma though if you need some cards. Okay, now that heat is like an issue because of the Liliana, I'll just take the heat. Can he even be a problem? I don't think so, but like the heat can be. Best top deck, of course. Still pretty behind though. Would finding a place for Profane Tutor and Upsal spells be worth it? It's kind of like you usually want to play a mana rock on turn 2, and like what's nice about Upsal spells is you have a lot of redundancy in your combo, right? You've got redundancy with Balustrade Spy, Goblin Charbelcher, Undercity Informer, so it's I don't think that's something you're necessarily needing. Probably grabbing a Wurmcoil Engine. Assuming it resolves. Could grab a Nihil Spellbomb, actually. I kind of like the Spellbomb. Just like turning off the Murktides. Not that the Murktides like great here or anything. One Shell, 21 months. Appreciate you. Wisdom, thank you for the continued gifted sub. Love to see that message too. Opponent passes back. See what we draw. Just another copy of Fatal Push. Let me just go ahead and put a humble Wurmcoil Engine on the stack. And then I'm going to play Liliana and I think just not activate it. Good enough for a concession. Wurmcoil not good enough. Liliana good enough. I think my plan is not sideboard in this matchup. It's either that or find room for the first Turok. I think we're on the no sideboard plan. I'm so excited to write my deck guide and just like not have to spend that long on the sideboard guide. How about this deck to Blood Moon? Not that bad. You have a lot of basic swamps, and so like when they Blood Moon you, like it turns off your Cabal Coffers, Urborg, Castle Locthwain Engine, but they spent 3 mana to play an enchantment, and you just get to start casting your 3, 4, 5 mana spells. It can be hard to cast Invoke Despair through a Blood Moon, but you can sometimes. Voidwalker not a consideration. It's a consideration, but I've considered it and just declined. Voidwalker is pretty bad against their removal spells. It's slow on the draw. It doesn't block anything. Don't think you want it. I would play Leyline in the Void though. Spike, is this a good modern deck or a modern deck? It feels pretty good. It's been very consistently winning. It hasn't been winning a crazy amount or anything. We haven't broken it, but our record is like, again, 3-2, 3-2, 4-1, 3-2, 1-1 drop, 4-1. Now we're 3-1. Just like performing pretty well. We're citing out our Congresso deck as a Moon. I'm not that scared of Moon, I think. And it's also true, like, resolving these are like game over too. How do you well position? Think Just Sky Field is done probably pretty well. I like that deck a lot. Surprised Citadel is still here after its performance yesterday. Was it bad yesterday? I mean, I didn't play this deck yesterday. I played it 2 days ago, but it's been great today, and I think it was good enough the other day too. I don't know if like maybe you were just here for like a specific bad game with it, but I liked it. Yeah, I also like how fast the deck plays too. Alright, turn 1 monkey. I'm kind of jealous of the full art Ragavans. I have the regular ones. It's just something I keep losing to. I'm like 0-2 against 4-color Omnath and 0-2 against Grixis Shadow, which is not a great place to be. But I think that the 4-color Omnath matchup is probably not as bad as our experience was, because I just like historically have liked big mana decks against Omnath. I'm not saying that it's definitely great, but like we definitely got like double or triple spreading seized by them a lot. The Shadow matchup does feel tough still, but also like definitely winnable. But I would say you're probably unfavored there. No, we haven't hard cast Cymrical yet. This is our first league with it. We haven't played a matchup for it yet. Oh, whoops. Yeah, if they Blood Moon me, it's going to be really important that I can get a swamp here, and then I can get a swamp with the Expedition map, and then I can just start hard casting Invoke Despairs. Yeah, it's timestamps for Urborg, Spreading Seas, whichever one was played last. Thoughts on Chalice on the board over Ensnaring Bridge. Bridge is like one of the most important tutor targets for Karn. Chalice would be a good one too, but again, you can't play as many Karn tutor targets as you want in this deck. A dashing Ragavan. What's a bad matchup for 4-color Omnath? Belcher, Wilderness Reclamation. Dude, my opponent's Ragavans keep hitting Thoughtseize. I guess this is not that bad, because I just have triple Invoke Despair, but yeah, all the decks that have good matchups against 4-color Omnath are the decks that people don't want to play. Just got Lotus Field has a really good 4-color Omnath matchup. Okay, so now we can take the monkey. Let's see what we're up against too. Another DRC. Murktide that's not too scary right now. I'm just gonna take the Channeler. I don't care about this Ragavan, to be honest. Yeah, Titan's really good against 4-color too. Right. I think Tron is favored against 4-color. Invoke Despair makes your opponent sacrifice a creature, and if they can't, they lose 2 life and you draw a card, and then you repeat the process for Enchantment and Planeswalker. What does the deck need to do to be good against 4-color Omnath? For the most part, you either need to play a combo that is not creature-based, they have a hard time interacting with, in the example of like Belcher or Oopsal spells, or you need to be going over the top of them with a big mana strategy, like Tron, Titan, Lotus Field, Wilderness Reclamation. Trying to play creatures against them, trying to play a fair value game plan is not a good way to win the matchup. Goblins is bad against 4-color. I've actually beaten it more than I've lost to it, but it's just kind of like, I don't think it's great. I agree. How do you think this deck would do against Rhinos? That may have been like one of our losses, but that was before we had the Ratchet Bomb in the sideboard too. I think I'm just not playing around Blood Moon this game. Yeah, I can't cast the Invoke Despair this turn. We're probably gonna be a little too slow. Game 3 on the play. And then like another thing about the Omnath deck, or the Omnath deck, is like they have 14 sideboard slots and they're an 80 card deck. And so even if like you're playing a linear deck like Tron, Titan, whatever, even if you're playing a linear deck and they've got good sideboard cards against you, it's pretty tough for them to mulligan super aggressively for those sideboard cards, you know. Takenuma here. I don't think it matters. Let's just hold it. I'm just dead. But can't draw the push. Yeah, sad. Play for game 3. One of these evokes could be 6-mana Lily. What's an evoke? Oh, Invoke Despair. Yeah, invoke, not evoke. Does Rhinos have a good 4-color matchup? It's close. This hand is also close. I don't like to mulligan too aggressively in this matchup. I'm gonna keep, I think. No, we have 2/4/1s. It's like 2/4/1s, 4/3/2s, and like a 1/1 drop, change a card. Alright, they're gonna seem pretty vulnerable to Thoughtseize. Obviously, we need to draw lands off the top, but we're land heavy. You got expedition maps, profane tutors too. The old Thoughtseize bug. Well, I'm gonna take that consider. Good luck, opponent. But not too much luck. You hear me? Not too much luck now. You hear? The old post-combat expressive iteration. Turn on Delirium, second main phase. Yeah, I thought for sure they were tanking on the EE for 0 for Delirium. Don't hit a bobble. Don't hit a ball. I know I wish you luck. I didn't mean it. I really didn't mean it. I didn't want you to have luck. I'm sorry, opponent. Because they got another card in their hand. Their hand is Explosives, Jace, Heat, 2 mystery cards. One of them was selected off the iteration. Kind of hope it's just like a creature I can Damnation. Yeah, I don't know why they kept Explosives in. No, we haven't 5-0 with Coffers yet. We just lost a really close one at 3-0 against Oopsal Spells. Yes. Alright. Lucky me, lucky me. To fire off the Damnation. If they rip a land off the top, then they do get to Jace. But I could maybe rip a land and Invoke Despair. This is their exact hand. They should have EE'd on 0 probably, or like I don't know why they have this in their deck still. I think they just forgot to cut it. I mean, if they top deck the Counterspell, I'm just gonna slam the Karn. Yeah, this is also better against Archmage's Charm than like just not letting them draw 2. Yeah, the Thoughtseize bug is just a meme. It's just confirmation bias. Okay, Dashing Ragavan. I want to save the Invoke Despair for the turn after they play the Jace, maybe. Come on, dude, this is like the 3rd time in a row. I guess maybe not in a row, but this is like the 3rd time the Ragavan has hit Thoughtseize. Oh, I've already cast 2 also. Golly, that's the real Thoughtseize bug. This Profane Tutor is looking pretty poopy. I'm done with the Profane Tutor debate. The card is super important for the archetype, and it's also like we just have had better things to do with our mana, which is like not the worst failsafe for any card. Is, you know, just having better things to do. Okay, so I can cling end of turn. I guess I don't know why I would necessarily need to do. I should do it first in case they draw Murktide, actually. What happened? I paid 2. I must have clicked like the Castle Locthwain activated ability. So they have Heats, Jace, Explosives, Ragavan mystery card. Cashing Ragavan. Yeah, cleaning Exile artifacts to get back Karn has actually come up a couple times. Cast it, cast it, cast it, cast it. So good if they cast it. It goes to the yard for my Cling to Dust. Yes. Alright, Tutor coming down next turn, not this turn. I just gain life exiling a creature this turn. I think that's probably good, especially because I've got Profane Tutor coming down next turn. So now they have Delirium. I think if they heat my Liliana, I don't really mind. I think I do need to gain the life. Yeah, no Profane Tutor is not literally Demonic Tutor, but I think it's gonna get the job done here. It is Jace, Ragavan. Just down apparently. Jace, Ragavan, Heat. 2 mystery cards. So Jace, Ragavan, mystery card. Yeah, they already had Delirium. They're just cycling it. I'm pretty sure I get Archon over Griselbrand, right? Because of the Jace Divine Sculptor. I didn't cite in the Turok. I mean, Archon is way better here. Archon is so good here. Like they can't they have to draw another heat, but like bouncing it doesn't really do anything. Yeah, Profane Tutor is way better than the 3 mana Cruel Tutor that makes you lose 3 life. Like even if Cruel Tutor like was just 3 mana, I still feel like Profane Tutor, like coming down for 0 mana is just so big. It's just so big that you get to start your turn with a 0 mana tutor, and it comes down on turn 4 for your Cabal Coffers Urborg synergies, and like. Again, it's not literally Demonic Tutor, but it is I think very good in the deck and very important to make the deck work. So they have to brainstorm here looking for heat, and they're dead if they don't find it, right? Because I just killed them with Invoke and the Archon attack. Hits the GGs. So that's 3/2, 1/1 drop, 4/1, 4/1 today, right? After the changing a couple cards. Pretty good. And then we also like a very good record the other day too. I like this deck a lot. It's been good. It's been fun. It's been really good fun. Let's see, we're 4 hours and 30 minutes into the stream. I think I'm gonna end a little early again today. I know that I've ended it kind of early yesterday too, but I'm still like catching up on the sleep schedule. Still like I know I was like just totally brain burned yesterday, and I'm still like just trying to acclimate a little bit, get some more rested. So thank you for understanding that. We'll try to do a longer stream tomorrow, and we're gonna be streaming the Saturday challenge this weekend too. So at least we've got the Saturday stream to look forward to. Probably gonna raid Nikachu today.